Marc will raise these paddles and then the jet ski will come and rescue you.
There we go, that is the start of the men's Fina CNSG Marathon Swim World Series here in the Seychelles. 42 men on the start list. And it is 10 kilometers. Each lap is 1.6 kilometers. So that is 6 laps. Here we are just after the start. Right now it doesn't look like anybody really wants to take it on. It's quite a steady start. Obviously a lot of the swimmers probably have the same idea, and that's just to sit in the pack for a while, for a lap or two. Okay, so similar to the first race where we have Bridie, who eventually won. She started off near the back. Looking down here we've got Ferry Vertman. It's the Netherlands cap there. You can probably make out his very slow stroke rate. Obviously he's Olympic and world and European champion, and he is also sitting very near the back, just biding his time. And as we come to the end of lap 1, we have the 2 Hungarians. That's Krzysztof Rosowski and Pap out in front. Abromanov, number 1, behind them. And here we go to the feed station. Okay, you can see a lot of them getting a drink there. As we come through, and Hungary, Russia, Hungary still out in front. Okay, we are still on lap 2. As the swimmers round the turn buoy. And the 2 Hungarians out in front, Rosowski and Pap. So here you go, it's feeding time at the zoo. And through they go. And Ferry just dropping his hat off there. There we go, there's Ferry. The back, just getting a drink. He dropped his hat off and up he goes. And as we head down to the front, we have Russia up the front. That's number 1, Abrovsky out in front still. He's been doing a lot of the work so far, but in the women's race we saw the Chinese swimmer who was at the front for a lot of the race, and then she faded on the last few laps. It is very hot in there to try and maintain that pace. Okay, so we're now on to lap 3. Okay, so on the back straight of lap 4, we had a bit of a change in the front now. We've got Ferry Vertman out in the front. It's quite hard to spot some of the swimmers now because a lot of them have taken the hats off. But it is Ferry Vertman out in front, followed by Krzysztof Rosowski. Still got his white hat on there. I think 3rd place, and that's another Hungarian swimmer. So Ferry's gone to the front. He's picking up the pace again, and so this pack is starting to stretch out now, putting some of the other swimmers under pressure. So this is the back straight of lap 4. So coming to the final turning buoy on lap 4, and look at this. That's the back of the pack now. As I pan around, that's all the way to the front, and Ferry's just gone around, as has Krzysztof. So obviously Ferry has really picked up the pace now. So it looks like everyone's stopping on this feed. But look at that, what a quick feed for Krzysztof and Ferry straight through. No messing around there at all. There's the rest of the pack coming through. But here we go on lap 5 of 6. And we're on the back straight now of lap 5. And we just had Ferry Vertman. He basically went on his back, did some backstroke, looked around, tried to work out what was going on, and then he said, okay, over to you guys. And then he's let the others take the lead for a while. Well, here's a bit of a rest after that strong stint. So we have Olivier from France out in front now, followed by Christophe from Hungary. He's been there for most of the race. Ferry's just slipped back a little bit, but I think he is just taking a bit of a break. And then we pan back through the rest of the pack. Okay, as the swimmers go around that last turn buoy on lap 5, heading towards the feed station, things have really picked up. Olivier's been out in front. He definitely picked up the pace a little bit more. Australia, I think, is Sloman in second alongside Christophe. Ferry Vertman there. And then we have Australia, 38, I think. There's Armstrong. So that's Armstrong joining that top 5 bunch there, as the other swimmers are desperately trying to get back into contact with those top 5 swimmers, as you can see, just above them. They're just about to lap one of the other swimmers from the event. So this is nearing the end of lap 5. We have 5 swimmers just about clear, although the swimmers behind are desperately trying to chase them down. And as you approach the feed station, this field has been destroyed now. It's really stretched out, but it's all about the moments. There's 5 swimmers together and another few swimmers just chase them down. But up the front we got Christophe, who's going to hit that water feed station first. Australia Sloman second. Olivier from France third. And then we got Ferry Vertman and Armstrong from Australia. And then another Aussie just catch them now as well. That's Cotter. So Australia doing very well, placing 3 swimmers in the top group, as the swimmers just lap a few of the other swimmers into the feeds. And we're just after the feed station, but here is our top group. There's 11 swimmers all together, and then we have about 10-15 meters before the rest of the swimmers. So at this stage, looks like we could have our winners from this group as they go around this final turn buoy on the last lap. Marc-Antoine Olivier from France is out in front. Right behind him is Sloman from Australia. Behind him, Ferry Vertman from the Netherlands. Behind him, Christophe Rozowski from Hungary. Behind him, we got Armstrong from Australia. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the front pack. And Marc-Antoine, he's going hard. He's trying to get some clear water, and he has. He's broken away from the other swimmers. Sloman is onto his shoulders, and Ferry is going a different line now. So you can see Ferry Vertman leading, 2 swimmers behind him. And there's Marc-Antoine and Sloman from Australia. And here we are at the finish, straight. And it looks like Marc-Antoine from France coming through with Australia in second. Could be close for third. What a race. Okay, Marc-Antoine, congratulations, first place. How was the race for you?
I'm very happy to win a race.
And that finish was very fast. What were you thinking as you came into the finish?
I think my last hit is 10-100. I remember the pain. Maybe I tried the same pain in the race. I make this in the race.
Okay, second place, Solomon. That was a fantastic race. So how did it go for you?
It was really slow at the start, so I was able to build into the race, and these hot conditions suit me coming from Australia. You could really see like the 4 Australians finished in the top 8, so it really suited us out there. And it was a really fun race. I was building into the race and able to sprint to the end.
I was going to say, in that last lap, there was quite a few Aussies in that front group. Were you aware that there's other Australians around you?
Yeah, it was, because this is our second round to qualify for World Championship, so everyone was trying to push really hard to make that. So, again, I saw myself at the front, so I just had to keep going.
And were you aware the other swimmers in that finish straight, there's some great swimmers around you. You had Christoph pushing hard,
Yeah.
Ferry pushing hard, Marc-Antoine was out in front. So what was your thoughts as you coming into the finish?
How am I here? Like, I never thought that I'd be able to compete with those guys, but I was in that position and I just put my head down and went for it, and got the second place.
Brilliant. So now you've qualified for the World Championships.
Yep, that's it.
And so what's your preparation going to be like from now to the World Championships?
Pretty much the same, just trying to work on my speed and my back end and work on my strengths, and that's what is it.
Well, congratulations. Second place. Fantastic. Well done.
Thank you.
Hey, Christoph Rosowski from Hungary, third place. Congratulations. So how was the race for you?
It was really tough, but the water was really warm, and we did after the third lap a really strong race, very calm over the leading, and he was pushing it really hard. After that, in the 5th lap, Marc-Antoine too, so it was really fast in the second half of the race, and it was really salty and warm, the water, so it was really hard to save energy for the finishing. So in the 6th lap, I was maybe 4th before the finish, and I just saw Ferry is dying, so I tried to beat him in the finish.
At this point in
come
time,
up for the
33
third place,
swimmers
and it
have
was
completed the
good
10-kilometer
for me.
race.
I tried to be on the podium, and it
So,
managed,
as
so
noted
I'm really happy
before,
about it.
Hey, Christoph Rosowski from Hungary, third place. Congratulations. So how was the race for you?
It was really tough, but the water was really warm, and we did after the third lap a really strong race, very calm over the leading, and he was pushing it really hard. After that, in the 5th lap, Marc-Antoine too, so it was really fast in the second half of the race, and it was really salty and warm, the water, so it was really hard to save energy for the finishing. So in the 6th lap, I was maybe 4th before the finish, and I just saw Ferry is dying, so I tried to beat him in the finish.
at this point in
and come
time,
up for the
33
third place,
swimmers
and it
have
was
completed the
good for me.
10-kilometer race.
I tried to be on the podium, and it
So,
managed,
as
so
noted
I'm really happy
before,
about it.
On quite early, and you went to the front. So what was your thoughts there?
Yeah, I was just trying something new. I mean, normally I only be in the front on the last few laps, and now, like right after the first half, I got to the front and I tried to pick up the pace. Tried to break the group, especially in these conditions. It's really hot. I tried to make everyone tired. Tried to dehydrate.
at this point in time,
make it a
all
really
the
tough
swimmers
race.
have
And I think I did. Like after the 4th lap, the first few were already in a line, and then Christoph took over for a bit, and then afterwards Marc took over, and he really picked up the pace as well.
Yeah.
And that's when the group really got pulled out of each other like crazy.